Yo, it's cracking everybody. Playa Potna, host of the most on location here with Stone.
Yes, sir.
And my homeboy Q, bro. So appreciate you for taking the time to rock out with us, man.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? So give my viewers don't know who you are, bro. So give the people a quick intro about who you are, bro.
My name is Stone. I'm an artist from Pasadena, California. I've been going back and forth from here, you know, from Oregon, Eugene, back to California. Just, you know, vibing. That's basically it in a nutshell.
Q. Introduce yourself, bro.
I'm Q, you feel me? Jack of all trades, master of all. I'm gonna switch up that little saying. Yeah, I'm the same from Pasadena, California. I'm not currently a hooper. I'm retired, hung my jersey up a couple years ago. I had to stop giving people buckets, y'all know. You feel me? I had to, you know, pass my seed on to the next.
For sure. I like that shit, man.
That's pretty much it about me.
So I kind of invited you on, bro, because I've always enjoyed listening to your music. I think I sent you videos when I had my house, bro. We were banging it at the crib when I was moving in.
Thank you, bro.
I've always enjoyed your style of music. I was telling my wife this on the way over. Like, he has like my ideal California nigga. Like when I was growing up, I was like, bro, that's how everybody in California talks. That's like you, bro. Like, so to hear you rap and to hear that easy ass flow you got is like super inviting. So, like, has that always been like your style, or like did you adopt that style from like people that you knew growing up, or like kind of explain your style to me?
I feel like the style of music that I've been doing as of like my last few projects, it's weird that you say like a California style, because it's like I've never really been inspired by California music. Like,
okay.
The artists, I'm a fan of Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, but it's like I didn't really listen to their music like that. Like probably my mom did, or my dad, or my uncles, but I knew it was around, but that wasn't what I was playing. For me, it was like a Gucci Man, or like a,
oh shit, okay.
you feel me, shit like that. Like or Gucci Man, like my favorite rapper for real. So it's like Lil Wayne, it was forced upon me, my big brother, Kanye West, stuff like that. So it's like I've always had like a weird range of music that wasn't California. So it was like Outkast, all type of shit that I chose to listen to, like a Public Enemy, or like that type of stuff is like, that's what I sought out. But of course, like the California people, I feel like their personality, that's what I was more attracted to.
Okay.
You feel me? The language and the lingo that I guess I use, I contribute that to Pasadena, being from where I'm from. Like, we've always had like weirdly, like people would take what we say and then it would be like all around.
It's like a global thing, so you guys are the culture.
Not necessarily like all around the world, but I would say if you from Southern California, if you from Southern California, like because I had the privilege to live in like Ontario and considered the IE.
Yeah.
It's like an hour away from Pasadena, but they use our language, you know? It's weird, like they've never been to this place, but it travels. Like the words that get brought up and made in Pasadena, it travels for some reason. It's like I don't hear other people's language come to our city.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the culture there is so heavy though, so like you really can't go there and kind of ingrain some southern shit, or like some, because like that's the same thing with Chicago. Chicago and Gary like that. Like Gary, Indiana, they try to be Chicago so bad, and it's kind of annoying, but like, you know, it's like a little brother thing. But to like know that your lingo in your city, and that like, I guess the vibe of your city can be pushed, is kind of what I was saying, like got through in your music. It's like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, you put on for Pasadena a lot.
I tried, because I feel like coming from Pasadena, our goal is to like, we're the opposite of Gary. We don't want to be little LA, like,
okay,
because we're 15 minutes from downtown LA. That we hate that. You don't want to be considered LA guy if you from Pasadena. So like we carry that, our Pasadena pride. It's a thing. Like we don't want that tag.
That's very real, because like I've talked to people from Cali, like from LA or like San Diego or something.
Yeah,
like,
you get credit to be from LA. You get a lot of credit. You know, people think you cool, but for us, we don't get credit for that. We get our credit
the
for
Rose
being,
Bowl. Your neighborhood is nice.
Yeah.
It's so lovely. We like the roses and the flowers and New Year's.
For real,
But you don't know what happens the day before New Year's.
See, that's me,
in the
bro.
summer, it gets hot. And it's a small city. It's like staying in Eugene, but Eugene is the actual, like, Eugene got it's the stadium, but imagine if Eugene had the stadium, but there's an actual hood. You gotta watch what street you hit every corner because you're in a different turf every time.
That's in LA. That's not in Pasadena. I feel like in Pasadena, we all are a big community, but we don't have a lot of opposition. So it's like you gotta kind of compete with your friends and your family, and that's not the cool thing about our city. You know, it's like it's for sure one. Everybody is unified and cool and all that, but shit do get tricky. You know.
Oh, for sure. In any place, like you said, when it's hot, in any place, that shit can get very sticky.
Hell yeah.
My bad.
We got a lot of Pasadena pride, you know, and it's very important to us to stand out or to carry that with us rather than being from LA.
Yeah, for sure. I feel you on that because I kind of carry the pride of being from like the south side of Chicago more than being from Chicago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's my area. You know what I'm saying? And we got our little pockets too. Like 3 million people living in the city. Like most of them live in impoverished neighborhoods that I came from. So I kind of like feel the pride thing. Like I definitely understand. Like nobody wants to be little bro. So to hear like. Or we not trying to be little LA or like little LA or no shit. Like we respect it.
Yeah,
like,
well, we got a lot of
influence,
but like they influence us a lot. But at the end of the day, it's like that's not what we doing over here. It's like, you know, and it's like I'm still speaking from somewhat the outside looking in too, because it's like I moved out of Pasadena when I was in the 6th grade. So it's like for me, that shit was already ingrained in me from the time that I was 11 years old and done. Like, all right, I don't care where I live, this where I'm from, and I'm gonna take this wherever I go.
Yes, sir.
No, like I don't know gang type stuff, just like the pride of being from Pasadena.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. That makes a lot of sense, bro. And that's what I was saying. Like comes across in your music. Like you got like you have the influence, and like of course like you can hear styles and like the pickups and shit. But like when you honestly listen, when I listen to it, I don't want to listen to it for like the real references. Or like I can listen to that shit later on, but like I want to feel some shit when I listen to music, bro. So like listen to niggas like Toby, like the message behind what they talk about is dope, and like I know who you are, so I know your music and the shit that you do in real life like literally mesh together. So I feel that like
dope,
everything
bro.
you do, yeah, for sure, everything you do is Pasadena. You feel what I'm saying? So put your inspirations and like you said, your inspirations, Outkast, Lil Wayne, Gucci. That's like a lot of like Public Enemy. That's a lot of Southern and East Coast style that you kind of like that you built your influence from. This is just a question I always ask people who make music. What would be like your dream track, or like if you had a 5-album or 5-song EP? 2 of them are yours, or two of them are for sure yours, and like you gonna run a track. But like, who do you want to share 5 tracks with?
Oh, they would have to be all. None of them would sound the same. That's one.
Okay.
If I could share like, I would say like a trap track with like back to like my high school days where I was listening to like Trap God 1 and 2 and all that type of shit.
I remember driving around that shit, bro.
Headshots and shit like that. Like definitely I would want. I mean, not Future. I would say Young Scooter, Gucci, Zaytoven make the beat, and then I would throw in like, bring in like that 2012 like Chief Keef, just to have that energy, you know.
Yeah, bro. That's real energy. It's crazy.
But, cause him and Gucci, they little mixtape that they did back in high school, wicked. That was crazy. So it's like that type of vibe with me and Young Scooter in there. That's one. And then I'll go get like old school dudes like that really rap. So I would go get like a Method Man, Me Method. I would bring in Andre 3000. And I want somebody to, I think Nipsey would be hard on that. I think that'd be a crazy ass song. Method Man, Andre 3000, Nipsey, and me. Like rapping, or actually rapping, I don't know, like tell a story type shit. And then the next 3, keep it simple. I want to do a song with like the Detroit wave, like the Rio, the Mike, the you know, Louis.
Yeah.
I like what they got going on. Bringing Yachty with that too, though.
Yeah, because he definitely is a Detroit nigga that has Atlanta in him.
We need the little boat with that. So that's what 3.
Yeah.
2 more I would do. I would just want to do a song that Dr. Dre produced. Dre getting the beat, like whatever he do. And then Snoop. I want to do a song with Snoop.
Classic.
And then if you get a +1, me personally, I would give him Chris Brown, but nah. He's always on some hell no type shit. And I'm on some dancing, you know me, I'm a dancer. When I listen to his music, he know I go crazy to the to all of his music. That's ass to pelvis. Yeah, that's right to it. It's right to the nitty gritty. Right. So CB got to be on that +1 on the bonus track. You feel me?
He going God. You gonna shoot it to the top.
Yeah,
I don't know. You know that I have to dig in a bag to get to like, cause like you don't know he got some heat. But the only songs I like by Chris Brown that I would still play to this day is like Poppin', Take You Down, like the ones, like it gotta be the ones. I'm not about to listen to
I remember vividly, dog. Me and my homeboy.
She was on my I-730, my ringtone. Science class, bro. I kid you not.
Let me take you down.
When they were still buying CDs.
Nigga, oh God,
bro. I had to do a presentation in my science class. And we wasn't even supposed to have phones on us at the time at school at all. Yeah. Like you couldn't bring your phone, nothing. I had my shit in my pocket. And I was so nervous to speak in front of the class that I'm like leaning up against the table, like, and you know, like back then, if the alert button, if you hit it on the side or anything, your ringtone all the way up. So I'm nervous. I'm leaning against the table, and it just started getting louder and louder. Like Chris Brown, Take You Down. The whole class looking like where that's coming from. It just made my presentation so much worse.
It's so much worse.
Because I was embarrassed. Like,
oh my God! Yeah.
I got my phone taken. It was crazy after that. Like,
it's not like it was some gangsta ass song. You feel me?
No.
No,
you probably got some honeys.
Yeah, I was like, you want to take
got some love, but it was like, damn, bro, it was hard enough. I had to sit up here and talk about a volcano that I wasn't feeling. Now my shit gone. Mom's gotta come get it. That was a whole process back then. Yeah. Your phone going for a whole month. Your mom not about to come like, no,
that's your fault. I'm gonna come down there
when I want to come down there, nigga.
Yeah.
The next time I'm picking your ass up from school,
you gotta beg your mom to come back and come get your shit.
Jeez, that was crazy.
Man.
Them was the days.
But it's crazy to me how fast like that shit switched. Like because I remember, like I said, in high school we couldn't wear slides, we couldn't bring a hat or a beanie.
None of that.
Right after I left, it was like you could have a laptop at school,
bro,
and you could take notes on your laptop. And it was like,
and the teachers ain't walking around checking. Niggas just out there.
No. I know kids like my little cousin go to school, Gucci slides on.
Yes.
Ear pods in. I'm like, bro, if that was my day, your shit would be sitting in a vault, in a locker. In the office.
Until the end of the year type shit.
Saturday your mom still has to come get it.
Yeah, at the end of the year, your mom gotta get it, bro. Dog, I do remember. I was telling that story to kids I was coaching, bro. I was like, y'all had this shit, bro. I had to wear a uniform.
Right.
That was khaki, black shirt, white shirt. That was it. Nigga.
Nothing outside of that.
I went to a private school too, like, and so it was pretty cool, I guess. Not really. Because I literally was like one of 4 black dudes wearing this corny ass outfit, and then I had to take the train and a bus from my hood in Chicago with that outfit on, all the way to like the east side of town.
Right.
The most corny shit ever, bro. Like they already,
But I feel like it sucks, bad, bro. I feel like that type of shit sucks when you're in it, but when you grow up, you be like, damn, my shit was dope.
I can relate.
I enjoy it now, like because I feel like I have like
it teaches you how to do stuff. It's like I know people that. Literally, elementary school, middle school, high school, same people, never met different people, don't know how to talk to different people.
Yeah.
And it's like, I thank my mom for, or not even thanking her, but the opportunity or just the way my life panned out, the fact that I had to move from a community where it was all ghetto and then now, shit, I live in Diamond Bar.
Yeah.
Like, damn, like, my friends had 5-bedroom houses and it's one kid. And both of your parents is at work and you here all day by yourself.
Damn.
And you want what I want. You want 2 brothers to be here all day with you. And I'm like, I want this ass. But it's just like the fact that, you feel me, your mom did put you in that situation or however it happened to where you was getting up and going to meet these people or learning how to talk to people on the train, getting to your community. It's like that builds you who you are today. Because like you said, when I first met you, it was easy to speak. It was like, it wasn't weird. It was like,
no.
You know, and some people don't have that trait. I have family members that don't know how to
yes, I
talk
feel
or
you.
pronounce
Like,
their words, and I be like, damn.
head down when they talk like this.
Hey,
right
nah,
here,
one
bro.
thing-
Like, it's
one-
weird, bro. Like, and I'm gonna let you get
Nah,
that.
he is
Go
that.
ahead.
He is that.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm gonna let you get that in a second. But that was like you and T's when I first met y'all. Like when I first met, so it's Q and the homeboy Bonte. When I first met them, they were both like, no, I wouldn't say like quiet. They were just reserved. But the second that you talked to them, you heard that they knew what the fuck they were talking about. That they could talk to you. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, is that shit in you or are you afraid? You know what I'm saying? Like, because like it was, I was very afraid to go to school, and I was homeschooled up until high school. So like I ain't know anything besides my great granny and them, bro. So like the second she was like, all right, take your ass to school. I was like, hold on, what? And my school was like 13 miles from here.
Yeah.
You're not gonna give me a car? I gotta take a train? Okay, cool, bro. It was so weird because like, again, I already had a duality split in my own home. Because I had to be one person when I stepped outside with my friends after school, but when I was homeschooled, I was granny's kid, I was the little African boy, nobody could talk to, blah, 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 I was the prince, my baby.
You Biggie.
Yeah, pretty much. The second I went outside, bro, I was out there
small.
trapping, I was out there trying to punch people, like, me and my niggas was running around doing straight dumb shit.
It's crazy that you say that, because I can relate to that, only because I went to prep school as well, and it was like, yeah, you knew me by my real name because you sitting in school, you sitting in class with me.
You don't know me, bro.
Yeah, you don't know me outside of here. So like you say, like that split personality, how you gotta be like go kick it in the city with my homies.
Mask off.
I'm a whole
bro.
like I'm a whole nother spectrum.
The real me come out
Yeah.
there and actually with my dudes.
I wanna know what I'm thinking about. Do you think that shit is like programmed in us?
I was just about to say that, dude. I'm so glad you did that.
Because it's like,
Talk about
we all, I know for a fact our situation wasn't the same, and I know that your situation is not the same, like listening to you now. I'm saying like, I had the same issues as y'all, and you grew up in Chicago, you grew up part of Texas, and it's like, what the fuck? We all had to somewhat not put on, it's either you put on a mask when you go to school or when you leave, you know, and it's like, for me, it was leaving from Pasadena to these places where, like you said, you had to take a train and shit. Like, I have a friend, one of my best friends today, Brandon, this fool used to have to ride a bike, his sister's bike, to school up a fucking hill, and all our, like, classmates that look up to him, they driving by him, and they're younger than him. And it's just like, he had to come here and be like, damn, like what the fuck, you know? And he's 15 years old, you know?
Makes you different, bro.
You know, and it's like, when he goes home, how does he look at the situation there? Or what is, like, we're programmed to go up there and put on that smile from our parents or something, or just something inside you be like, you know what, I ain't gonna make my mom look bad. Or
That's
I ain't
it right there.
You feel me? But I feel like my mom didn't like put no pressure on us because I feel like all the pressure was on her. I just had to do my part, you know? That's the only thing she told me. Do your part, go to school.
That was the programming right there. Like, honestly, that was the programming, because if you look at it, we all have to. Like, me being homeschooled, my nana, my mom, my great granddad, they all told me, like, when you go out this house, you have to be what them people want you to be. Otherwise, you might not make it home. And that was all, like, honestly, bro, like at 12, 11 years old, that was in my head, bro. That's scary as shit. Like, I had like very militant not militant, but I would say very revolutionary Black Panther type grandparents. So they taught me a lot of like, bro, like, you are the next Marcus Garvey. You could be the next, you know what I'm saying, like Jean the Baptiste, the guy who like discovered Chicago, who's a black man, a French black man. Like, nigga, that's you. So like, I had that fear of like, if I leave, bro, like what I could be diminished.
Right.
So like, every time I walked out the house, I think that's where I got the personality of like, I have to be Will Smith when I walk out of my house. I gotta be an actor when I walk out of my house, because if not, they might see me as a threat, and then I'm not here. I still do that to this day, but I feel like I'm a host more than an actor, because like, I gotta be, you know, I am WinnieDahBish coming out to you. I'm your country cousin, you know what I'm saying, you play partner. I'm a host, so I'm a brand when I walk outside my house. So it's very hard, you know what I'm saying, as black men and as people in general growing up to have that shit because it's fucking ingrained in us from a very young age.
Imagine if you embraced it. Imagine if 50% of your time when you left the house, you didn't try to be who your friends wanted you to be. Imagine
you would be me with no friends.
Hey,
you would be a nigga with no friends. You would be a nigga with a wife, a dog, and a daughter, nigga. That's the only people I hang out with. I golf, nigga. For real, bro. Like motherfuckers wouldn't like you. Man. And that's just honest to God. Motherfuckers would not like you because they think that you think you better than them.
Yeah.
Because all I did was step away from my friends for a second, bro. Because like my life got taken away from me. My daughter got taken away from me.
Right.
So I stepped away from like going out and shit. Got up here for a second, got a therapist, went to counseling, and bro, just like killed that chapter because I was living like 4 or 5 pages in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I just changed the page, and now I'm like this. Hey, bro, what's crazy? What's going on with you, man? And people don't like that because they see something inside of me that they want or that they don't like. They don't like the vulnerability of you being able to walk out your house and being free. They don't like that shit.
I feel like that is so true because it's like, when I think about the people that I consider to be my friends in life, like who I met through my journey, it's people that like, say for instance, my boy Carl, his name Carl Holmes, you know, like I met him in the 3rd grade, bro. Like, from nowhere, it was like, we just became like best friends type shit. Like I go to his house, but then, like I said, I moved, you know, and I went to a lot of schools, like based on behavior and shit like that. So it's like, I met a lot of people, but it's like, certain people that I met are like my homie Daddy McFadden. I met him in the 1st grade. I don't gotta see these dudes for years, but when I see them, it's like, nigga. It's like,
pick up where
you
it's
feel me?
off,
And
bro.
then it's like, they don't hold it against me and I don't hold it against them. And I feel like people that do, it's like,
You're a weirdo.
what do you
I'm
want?
honest.
What do you want? What do you want? If
Honestly,
you know my situation,
what do you
know
want?
where I
You
come
want
from, and you know
from
where I'm
me?
trying to go. If that's not enough that I'm trying, like I see what you're doing, and I'm proud the fuck that you're trying to better what we come from, bro. And I can't be mad that I'm not on your hip every day. Like,
Bro,
and
that's-
the people that don't hold it against me, bro, I know that the people really want what's best for me. Cause what I want for my life, I can't sit around Pasadena.
Exactly.
It's not gonna work.
It's very hard to grow a flower that's in a small pot.
That's in the same starting pot.
Yeah, it's very hard, and we all live up. I live in Oregon. You live in Oregon right now. You traveled up here to Oregon a lot, so we know that like the weed culture, the bigger the fucking pot is, the bigger the plant's gonna be. You have to be able to expand yourself because from expansion comes knowledge, and also comes resistance, and with resistance comes growth.
Right.
Without struggle, there is no progress. You gotta go through some shit to be able to have some shit at the end. And understand, you're going through. Like, that's what people don't understand. Like, I'm going through some things right now that maybe I don't need 15 niggas around me wanting to smoke off me, wanting to like kick with me, drink with me, bring my energy down even more. Like, I need to build up.
Right.
Because once I build up, then hey nigga, what's up? Let's go, bro. We all up. We all back at it now because I'm a better person. So I understand what you're saying about that. So on that note, what are some things that you want for yourself, growth-wise? Because we're about to get into a lot more shit. So I want to still keep people entertained at least a little bit more before we get into some more real shit.
Right.
Because what we talked about before we started
Growth-wise,
recording.
I feel like
For yourself, like musically, like shit like that. Like talk
I
your
feel
shit.
like my
man.
most important aspects of my life that I want to start taking care of more is like just me. You feel me? I want to, like you said, mental health. I need to start working on my physical health, working out, and just overcoming the bullshit, you know, and being disciplined. That's a big thing for me. It's like, only thing that I'm really disciplined about is making music and smoking weed. Like, I do that every day, you know? It's like, I don't work out every day. I don't play basketball every day. I don't talk to a specific girl every day. It's like, it's nothing that I do every day besides those two things. And it's like, it's more that I need to bring into my life, like eating right. You feel me? I need to make sure that I take care of myself more. So that's really like what's next and what's on the menu for me as far as like music and stuff like that. I got a couple little like projects and stuff that I'm trying to work and put out that I'm getting like finalized, mixed and mastered. That's ready to go. Got the artwork for them and stuff. So
The one you just dropped on Thriller, like 2 days ago, that snippet was hard. And that nigga said, kill him smoke and blow with my homies, and then we high five. I was like, that's all right. Here we go. Let's get out of here. This nigga's already got it, bro.
Nah,
and I like the cover art for that one too, bro. Like, who's the little homie in that one?
That's my little cousin.
Yeah. Hey, Cuz already got the steeds, man.
Nah,
I'm gonna put the cover art right here, bro.
Nah.
Cuz already got the steeds.
Little choppy, man. I swear, and he's 4 years old, I think.
No,
like
he's
to be
really
specific.
20.
Yeah,
But he looked like it.
but
He's a grown man.
Ever since he was, I would say no joke, he's the one kid that I could see like he's been wanting to be like an entertainer or get in your face, and he put on the show without trying. Like
I love it.
But he want to rap, you know. He want to rap and shit. So I be trying to just.
That's the best thing though, bro.
I want to involve him in everything. So it's like when I shoot videos, I try to pull up and be like, get in the camera. Like just even if you don't use the footage, just like nigga, that's the camera. Start talking your shit. Like get used to doing the stuff that I wasn't used to. You feel me? It's like so. It's like on the cover art, it's perfect for me. Like I feel like it motivate him more to do what he want to do in life. You feel me? That was the whole key behind putting him in it for real. That's my little man. Like. It's my little best friend.
Bro, on completely on that note, bro, I want you to know that is exactly what that kid needed. You don't know what that's going to do for him moving forward. Maybe he's not a rapper. Maybe he is an actor, or he becomes a director, some shit like that.
Maybe he fucking is a high school. As long as he know that I cared about him and I support whatever he do, like that's my job in my family is to be like that man that. It may not be financially that's gonna be there and do all that, but you know that I'm gonna be there for you.
And that's what most people need. That's what a lot of us lack in our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of our old heads got stop and frisk. I know in LA and in California they got the 3 strike law, which is fucking horrendous. So like just getting some small shit from like niggas in the neighborhood is like it literally can like put them in prison. So like most niggas' dads and uncles and shit is in prison for life for nothing.
It's crazy because they said that, not they say, my dad told me that he literally had like 17 strikeable offenses before that law came into play. So it was like technically he could be out of here. But like my father, you know, he did his time and shit. He got his fair amount of bullshit and I'm sure he dealt with it now. But it's like shit, they do go through that. And it was the lack of them being there. That's why I feel like our generation is the way we are now. Like as far as me and my family, like all the males and even the girls in our family, like we real close. Like we try to. It's not a lot of us. It's me, my household, and my cousin household, and like what I'm talking about specifically. But it's like we do everything together. It's like that's my family, you know. And it's like we seen what we didn't have, or we seen our uncle doing shit that we didn't understand as a kid. Like my uncle, I probably. Or walk up on my uncle on a given day being 10 years old and seeing this nigga with $20,000 or some shit like. And I'm thinking, damn, Uncle, let me get $20. I'm trying to go to the movies or shoot dice or something like that. And he couldn't do it, you know, and I didn't know why, you know, and it didn't make sense. You be like, what the fuck, you don't care about me? I'm your nephew, I can get $20. But now that I'm grown and I know that, damn, he probably owed a nigga $30,000. He probably was in a hole or had to do this to, like, I didn't know. As a kid, it's like, nah. So my goal, when I was a kid, it was like, my little cousins need me, I'm there. I got that done. You feel me? I ain't gonna put myself in those situations to where I can't give them that $20. I might not have it, then you don't got it, but if I got it, you got it. And it's like, that's what I be trying to put on my little cousins, you feel me? And the people around me do it too. Like, this fool with his nephews and all his little cousins and shit, like he's involved. And I don't like being around people that's not trying to help the people. If you older than me, you kind of got to get it how you live. You know, if I got it, I look out. But my focus is on me and the ones under.
Yeah, you got to focus on that. With that transition, Q, same thing, bro. Same question. Like, what are like some of the like personal self-growth things that you like kind of aspire to achieve overall for yourself?
Honestly, just get better at everything that I'm already doing right now. And I'm kind of, you know, I've been like back and forth on, you know, starting my own business as far as, you know, painting, because I'm great with my hands. That's one thing that, like, he's rap and smoke every day. One thing that I know I'm good with are my hands. And that's anything as far as breaking down or building. I'm very creative
Yeah,
as
we
far
finna
as
start
with
a
my
little carpet
hands.
cleaner business right here in Eugene too.
Yeah, I'm
all the
honestly,
people that fuck up y'all carpets, wine spills, y'all got dogs and all
y'all got
that.
dogs.
We gonna tap in with us. We gonna
Drunk
come
nights.
get y'all carpets
There we go.
clean for a nice fee. man.
Early mornings. That's like I'm up and at it. You know, I gotta get to it. So that's really like my main purpose right now. Like, just like him, like, just take care of my kids. I don't have no kids
Yeah,
that
but take
I
care of the
put
kids.
out into the earth, but I got, you
We
know,
almost like Wu-Tang, man. We for the kids.
yeah, man. I got
Kids,
what
man.
two. I got one niece, and I just had a recently born nephew.
Nice, girl.
But I
Shout
got
out to him.
what is it? Four nephews and a niece. So I got
You got babies to feed,
I got
man.
5 kids I gotta take care of. Plus this dog sitting right here. She my number 1. So you
Yeah.
know, outside of them, you know, my mom's taking care of. Everybody else is kind of like on the back burner. And you know, all my homies that are back home, my homies, they know like, okay, when we see him, we know, okay, this is the time that he has available for us.
For sure.
And we good from there, because we know once we see him consistently, he's good. But you know, I don't trip too much about not being home. You know, it's a lot. I feel like for it to be a smaller place, smaller city, it's a lot more breathing room in Eugene, Oregon. And I don't. Yeah, man. Hey, I've been to everybody that's Backwood only, the Backwood only club.
We gotta stop that shit.
Yeah, hey, everybody know.
Man, he trying to get me on them dudes about 6 years now.
Everybody knows.
Mom.
I'm big Backwood banger.
My wife
These
will watch
joints, these little pre-rollers, what capsule that come in? That motherfucker, yeah.
The spaceship.
Yeah, when them motherfuckers come in them little capsules like this right here, yeah, go ahead and do what you gotta do. Go buy you one. Make sure there's a gram in there. Make sure it's sitting on, you know, 3rd or 4th shelf. Don't
Yeah,
get that
you
snack
can't
at the
get down
bottom.
here. You can't get that down here.
It's only gonna run you about 5-6 hots. You know, little
So
doll
good,
hairs,
yeah,
some doll
yeah.
hairs.
Kind of piggybacking off of like your self growth and what you kind of want for, you know, the babies and like your self musically aspiration. We were talking off camera about like, and well, all right, so I'll break it down honestly how we said it. I brought up the fact that it's kind of weird that like being in the small city that we live in, a lot of the black community that we have kind of don't mesh or aren't as cohesive as I would think we should be as such a small black community. And you brought up, you know, logically that makes sense, but you know, the things going on and things like that. So like where do you think we stand as a black community like right now, like in Pasadena and then here in Oregon, and why do you think it's very difficult for people to see things logically at this moment in time?
As far as Pasadena, it's like I said, I speak from the outside looking in. Like the people that
Could you hear me, Trey?
the people that I deal with in Pasadena, I don't detect like no type of like hatred or anything like that. It's like most of my friends have the same goal as me, so it's like I feel like we all pushing each other, trying to get somebody noticed to where it's like we all gonna be on the same bus. You know, it's not like, you know, it'd be little bullshit that go on. You feel me? People might, you know, but it's like that type of shit really don't matter to me. I don't pay it no attention. So it's like, as far as the politics and all that type of shit, I don't have nothing to do with that. So I really don't have nothing to say about it. But like, as far as the music scene, everybody is working, you feel me, from Pasadena that I know. Everybody is being consistent with their craft and trying to put out the best content for the city, you know. We're trying to do something for our city, you know. So it's like, I have nothing but good things to say about Pasadena. Everybody working. There's a lot of people that I fuck with their music that I need to get in the studio with. I'm like, and I know all these dudes since I was a kid, you know, as far as like the whole ALK crew, you know, Bullet, of course, you know, it's like Kels for sure, like all my friends that I really work with, Bird, it's like we really got a lot of talent, and we all from the outside, like, and then like I said, I don't see like no real problems with nobody to where it's like we can't support each other and make it happen. So from where I'm sitting, that's what we've been doing, you feel me? We all been linking up, getting in the studio, everybody send each other tracks, repost each other and share their shit. It's like You know, Lil Fast got a lot of support as far as like the Dollar Boys movement with his merch and shit. It's real dope. Like Pasadena got a lot of shit going. And my boy Raymond got his clothing line and shit. A lot of people support that. You feel me? From the outside, it's dope. But as far as like Oregon, it's too small. You know, it's like with everybody that's moving out here, it's like if you do one shady thing, that's why it was dope. I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing. You feel me? It's like if you do some shady shit, it sucks for you. You know?
Yeah.
But if you stay solid on what you believe in and you don't go against that, it'll be beautiful because everybody know what type of dude you is. And it's like, you just can't fuck up. You can't wake up one day and try to be something you're not and then expect shit to go back to how it was 2 days ago. You know?
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people out here do. They try to act like something they not, and then when it's time to be what you're not, you can't do it. You know? And then a lot of people are that, not even, because out here a lot of motherfuckers is still gonna fuck with you even if you not who you say you is.
Because they know who they say they are.
So it's like a person like me, you gonna really have a few of them that you stick around and that's that, you know. And it's like I don't really concern myself with that shit too much because really it's not my business, you know. A lot of people business ain't my business. So
okay, yeah, it does stunt your growth.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not like everybody out here. If I met you and I had like no funny shit off the rip, I fuck with you. Like I'm trying to work. I'm trying to do music. If you do music, if you make beats, I'm trying to come see about it.
Yeah.
You do videos, I want to come see about it. Like I said, you got podcast, whatever. I'm trying to come see about it. But
For sure.
if you tarnish, you're tarnished. You know, it's just
Very hard to come back from that. Very hard.
You know?
And I think that's what like kind of my aspect of it is like I think I see things as very much like we can possibly try and get those things to happen if we had more Sunday meetings as black folk, like in this small ass community, because like I see it like with it being so small, we can try and correct the niggas, and then like if that doesn't
that's
work,
the key. The key is if somebody have an issue, deal with it now. Don't let that shit go for a month and then try to act like this. Motherfuckers do shit and then see you 3 months later and act like they didn't do no weird shit 3 months ago. Like,
yeah,
you think
sure.
I am, and then that's more disrespectful. Cause
to
it's
think I'm
like,
stupid.
you think I forgot, nigga? Like I ain't forget. You just ain't seen. You just stopped coming around type shit. So it's like, once you insult a nigga like that, it's like it's hard to have those type of situations. It's like with me, one of the niggas that I fuck with on the music level and like on a personal level out here now, I wasn't really cool with like that at like to be in a nigga face and be in his business. Like Barry, I wasn't like, you feel me? It was just a nigga out here that I knew. Like I see that the bar, it was nothing but respect, but it was like I wasn't going to his house and chilling like that.
For sure.
And then some bullshit happened to where his name came up, and like I said, I couldn't really even sleep. Like I felt it was an issue, so I contacted him like, what's the deal? And then from there, we talked about it. It made sense, and then we've been making music since. We've been dropping tapes,
Beautiful
videos. That's my boy. Like
Shout out to bands,
you
man.
feel me? Shout out to homie, but it's still like I feel like that's the way shit needs to happen out here, and it don't. It's like once, because most of this shit don't even be about shit. Me and Barry ain't had no problem. It was bullshit to where it was
Just
like,
miscommunication.
just talk about it.
Yeah.
Once we talked about it, it was like, damn, you ain't had no problem, I ain't had no problem. When we going to the studio now?
Exactly.
You feel
bro.
me? And that's what a lot of shit need to be, and it don't happen. So it's like, I don't know if you could credit it to motherfucking the way niggas was raised, like just seeing eye to eye sometimes. But it takes somebody to be like, stand on something, be a man about it. If you got a problem, talk about it, because nobody out here wants to go to jail. Nobody out here is gonna fight or shoot or nothing. It's Eugene, Oregon, so it's like, let's get money in.
Cause there's money out here to be made, and it's definitely like you were saying, bro. Like Q, you were saying like it's just miscommunication.
Cause I feel like it does go back to like the root. Hell yeah, it's about how motherfuckers is raised.
Yeah.
Not to say nothing, you feel me? Cause I'm not a parent of my own, but I am a child, and I do know how to parent.
For sure.
You feel me? Like, I don't know. It's just.
I mean, it makes sense because it's like you can't expect certain niggas to understand what you going through if they never been through it.
Yeah.
It's like with the way that the world work with the internet and shit, a lot of motherfuckers have access, or they think they do, to how we grew up when they didn't grow up like that.
Exactly.
So it's like that'd be weird for me to go to a country club and act like I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Like the shit.
I've never
like,
done it.
Like
it's
the
like,
problem.
how do I know what to order? Do I know to be seated, or do I have a reserved table already? Do I need to even talk to these people? Like, if I've never done it, you gonna be up in that motherfucker goofy.
Yeah, like
until you.
Believe me, bro. I've been there.
Like, say for instance, the first time you went to a golfing range, you was probably like, "What the fuck do I do? Do I go check out?" Like, I'm sure. And then now it's like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing? I'm good. I'm finna go handle my shit." Like, but most people don't put in the work or be around it to even get the real. They just see it and be like, "Okay, bet, I'm good. I know how to do what he does."
Or like, for example, the
I
problem.
I would never. From where I'm sitting today, wake up tomorrow and be like, you know what? I'm finna challenge this nigga to some golf. And I'm about to whoop him. And I go there and I'm talking like, yeah, I'm finna shoot a birdie. Like, I've heard it, but I don't know what the fuck a birdie is. So it's like, until you do the work and you know like what it takes to get a birdie or whatever that is, it's like you not qualified to speak on that. And a lot of people talk out their ass and they feel like they are when it's like, the reason why you do is because nobody like ever checked you.
Like the issues, the issues, and problems.
But that's like because it's like where we grew up. You knew where you stood on the food chain.
Yeah.
You knew like
because the
hey,
issues.
Them 3 niggas over there. I ain't scared of them, but I know I'm gonna go home fucked up. Like, I already know. Like I know, but you 7, I
knock you motherfuckers out.
Y'all don't want to play with me, but I don't want to play with them necessarily.
Yeah, like I ain't no bitch, but yeah, like
kind of know.
They fight.
Most people like, say for instance, my cousin Brian. He knew where he stood. He wasn't a fighter, but he ain't no bitch. But he would tell you like, bro, I don't want to fight you.
That's me.
I just don't want to fight. It's like that's not what I do. I play games. Me and my cousin AJ about to go play Hot Wheels. But
I
was
defend myself.
No, but I'm the digger that I was like, why you playing with my cousin? Get out, because I was on that type of time at the time, and I knew that he wasn't like that. And I love the people that's comfortable to be themselves. I don't want you to act like you like that if you're not like that. I know that when I'm with Brian, probably not today, but back then when we was 10, if some shit happened, I might have to fight for us.
For sure.
That's just because I knew what type of, and I still would hang out with him every day because it's like, you're not trying to be nothing you not, and I'm not either. I know that I will fight for you because you not putting out that type of energy. Now, for niggas out here, if Brian was out there, I'd whoop a nigga ass, and then it's time to fight. He like, AJ, you know I don't fight. You crazy. We finna whoop. Like, you gotta deal with. But
you can't be wolfing and then
I'm
not do it, bro.
Not today, not me. I ain't that nigga, but I know that you don't do that. So it's like, if somebody tripping on you, I know it gotta be wrong.
Yeah,
that's where I step up.
That just goes to say like the issues. Like I know, to all 3 of us, like the issues that we deal with people out here, we don't deal with back home, and vice versa. You feel me? Based on like when we go back home, we know what everybody kind of knows. Like he said, like you know where you stand on the food chain. You know who you are. You can't really fake who you are around motherfuckers that grew up around you.
Exactly.
Now you can go somewhere else to do that shit because they don't know you from a can of paint, so they're forced to believe whatever you tell them.
I know your granny stay dog.
You feel me?
Yeah. It's not a Porsche truck out there. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Stop acting like, you know what I'm saying?
So it's like
PSA, bro. Listen to his PSA.
But then you come out here and you don't have to deal with the same bullshit as out there because it's like
Oregon.
It's like okay,
Oregon.
I meet somebody.
No, but shout out Oregon.
Oregon's the best place. Oregon's the best place I could be. I wouldn't be out here.
I don't lie. I know some real dudes that's from Oregon that are themselves. They don't act like they not into what they into. And where I'm from, we respect people that's themselves. You know, you don't have to be gangster to be cool. We're not We're not gangsters. Nobody in this room is like. Gang, where you like that's not cool. You know where I'm from, that's not cool. Niggas do it, and certain people think it's cool, but I've never thought that lane was a lane for me. Like growing up where I'm from, a lot of people get put on that 6th grade, 7th grade. That's little
3rd grade,
little sock.
Sock them up.
Hey, oh God.
No bullshit. That was Chief Keef. I saw that shit for Chief Keef. I was there growing up when these niggas was getting like, hey, y'all 2 niggas fight.
Hell, my little cousin, that nigga sitting at 6 foot.
In the pressure, as far as like even him, he could stand for this too, cause he grew up a street away from me. So imagine, and I didn't know him.
Jesus.
Shit. Hey, on God,
I'm talking about
we was
bro.
enemies when we first.
No, bro lived a block away.
Are you serious?
My grandmother and his grandmother's house is 5-minute walking distance. And I didn't meet him until I was 19 years old.
Are you fucking serious?
And we was, and I was doing stupid shit. That's when I told you I was in my days where I was taking.
Rock and soccer.
Yeah,
Give us a little soccer ball.
and he's like, man, what the? Who is this? Who's this nigga? And he sees who I'm kicking it with.
Our only beef was based on basketball.
Yeah.
Of how he do stupid shit on the court. You will want him on your team. You don't want him play against you.
Yeah.
Like, he gonna beat you and all this. And I don't got time for that at the time. At the time, basketball was a job. It wasn't fun. It was, I'm trying to get a fucking scholarship to get out of here. I'm not hooping for the love of the game.
And I'm in high school still goofing around. You feel me?
You all, I'm about to go to the backpack on you, little niggas. I don't know you when you throwing all these crazy ass knees and shit. Like, chill out. But when I'm playing with him, I'm like, hold on, these screens. I'm wide open after that. I'm wide open after this nigga set that screen. I'm like, hey, young boy.
This way.
You with me today at Poly.
we got to communicate.
Yeah. After that, we got cool because it was like after we'd leave the gym or something, either I'd be walking home and then you would see this nigga smashing up the street. He be like, where you going? I'm like, shit, I stay on Raymond and Woodbury. You feel me? He be like, nigga, I stay. And I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, we could have been like
all
doing our thing. Yeah, it's like, cause mind you, we'd be at the gym, like smoke, and then I'd be like, all right, y'all, I'm out. Like, not knowing where the fuck he going.
Yeah.
I just be like, I'm gone.
Yeah.
These niggas, he going right where I'm going.
Right
and
there.
I'm walking or figuring out how to get there or vice versa
bro.
type shit. Like, this nigga be like, hey, I gotta make it make sense today. And I'm like, all right, nigga, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know where you going.
Yeah,
like, we never
exactly.
talked
And
about
everybody
that.
was always kind of like on that same page,
Yeah.
like, we're only because where the gym was like
in
5
Pasadena,
minutes
but it's
south of like where the hood is.
It's in Pasadena, but
Like-
it's not, bro. Like, South Pass is, or like at Pasadena Poly where we hooped at, it's not the hood, bro. It's basically like Pasadena is a box, you know, like where we're from is a box, you know. Outside of it, like I said, you got the Rose Bowl, you got Altadena and all the
NASA shit.
NASA, and then you got Arcadia
Eaton
around
Canyon.
it. Like, yeah, so it's a lot of money around that South Pass, Alhambra. It's a lot of money around our city, but we're
Pasadena,
yeah,
it's literally just
like a little box, bro.
it's like a 10. I call it a 10 by 10 because it's 10 blocks, 10 blocks. Like it really only holds.
That probably is true.
Like it really only holds that much. Like the actual city. Like if you say where's the heart of Pasadena at, motherfuckers gonna say Lake of Washington. Sad to say.
Not I.
What you gonna say?
What you gonna say?
Some of them payment.
Nah, I mean as far as like, I mean as far as like,
Oh man.
No, yeah, geography.
geography wise, you
like
feel me?
food
Like,
fast,
yeah,
yeah.
like that's where like the
That's where the
base, like
middle
that's
is.
where like the shit is at.
Yeah.
Now, if you saying where all the activity goes on, yeah, you gonna have to travel a couple blocks to the other section, but nah, it is a good place, you know.
Though, you know, but it's fucked up because it's like it'll fuck you up, bro. It's like it's fucked up because like the people that I know that grew up there, they really don't know that La Cañada is right there or Ontario or Corona is right there. Like they literally know Pasadena, so that's really
Ain't
like
never
they don't-
left.
It ain't no like I'm about to go to Huntington Beach. They think that shit is the farthest thing in the world. Like Huntington Beach is 40 minutes away, my G. Like
Those
Bro,
niggas
I'm
ain't
not
never
gonna lie,
been on a plane.
That used to be me though, dog. Like I used to be like, I'm not going to the north side of town, bro. That's like 2-3 hours away. Bro, like the north side of town was like a 20
wild though.
minute
Like I feel
train
like
ride.
for us as like growing up and shit, like you couldn't keep us in Pasadena. Like we wanted to ride our bikes in. And like, I mean, me and my big brother and my cousin and rode our bikes on the freeway before. Like,
Y'all niggas is
trying to
wild.
go pick up my little cousin from school. How the fuck we gonna get her out of school?
Hey,
Mind you, I'm about, look, let me tell you.
Please do.
We at the Boys and Girls Club. My little cousin Dion, who we trying to go get, she got summer school at San Rafael. You know San Rafael is over the 134.
Yeah.
It's like in Pasadena, but it's not at all.
In Pasadena, but it's not.
So we at the Boys and Girls Club. And my big brother and my cousin get a great idea, like, let's get on our bikes, let's go pick up D. And we like, fuck it, let's do it. We coming down Fair Oaks, and everybody in Pasadena know Fair Oaks is a street that kind of, if you coming south, it feels like this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But if you on a sidewalk, the sidewalk is so skinny and they got long driveways that the car Fair Oaks is a busy street. You know, so it's like the cars gotta come all the way out. They can't just turn, you know, so it's like they gotta creep out. So the whole sidewalk is gone for them to even see if they could go. So we flying down Fair Oaks on our bikes. Me, my big brother, and my cousin behind me. I'm doing my shit. As I'm going, I see the truck like, it's coming. But my brother and them like 10 yards back, so I'm like, fuck. So I'm like stopping and like, you feel me? My big brother on the left side, but they on the sidewalk riding like together. That motherfucking truck came out, my brother, bow, run into the van, my cousin swerved into the street, dodged some cars. Crazy, right? My brother like fucked his bike up, handlebars all broke, crazy shit. We fix his bike. We still get on the freeway, on the bikes to go get my little cousin from school.
Just little niggas doing nigga shit.
Yeah. We get on the freeway. We get to the school, right? My big brother tried to go in there and check her out of school. He was 12. So they like, wait, your parents not here? Y'all even have a car. Like, y'all thought y'all about to ride her home on y'all bikes? We like, what the fuck you mean? Like, she's standing there like, what? Like, I can't go. They is like, nah, like, you gotta call your mom. Your brother, like, he's bleeding and shit. Like, what's wrong with you kids? His bike all, man, it was messed up, but we really did that shit, though.
We don't trust you guys.
Yeah,
Could you please get a parent?
Man, that day, I ain't gonna lie. I remember my cousin told me we drove by Tina Marie house on our bikes that day. She lived in like Pasadena.
Yeah. I was an explorer. I like to get out of Pasadena.
I remember that shit.
He said, I remember that we did that.
He fucked himself up on that bike though.
That's crazy.
2 weeks later, me and my little cousin got hit on the bike. Dion, the one I went to pick up. We got hit on the bike.
I've never.
I ain't never been hit by a car.
I have. I got a bike too. That's why I didn't want to laugh or nothing. I didn't want to laugh or nothing at the story because the story was funny as hell. But the same shit happened to me.
No, I got smacked personally though.
You feel me? Oh no, I wasn't.
No. She was on the, like I was riding her on the back of her bike. You know, mind you, I was like 9. No, like 10, 11 at the time, like 9, 10, 11. And then I had a basketball game and I wanted a headband. You know, and my mom was like, don't go down to Neo 39, you feel me? Like, fuck that, like, you can't ride your bike down there. I'm like, she locked my bike up, like, you're not going. So I went and got my cousin, like, let's ride your bike. You know, I put her on the peg. She probably, if I'm 9 or 10, she probably 9 or 8.
Yeah.
She a year younger than me, so we slide, we go get the headband, everything good. We go to Neo, we coming back up Fair Oaks. You know that street, like, Corsons where you get off 134? Nigga, we right there finna cross. This woman come by. She got a big ass cell phone at the time. She on the phone. She turned, smack me. I'm all in the grill of the car. My little cousin fall off the pegs, hit the top of the car. You know, our bike fucked up. She like, are you guys okay? We like, get the fuck out of here. We're good. Like, don't tell nobody about this shit. Like, yeah, I swear, I was like, get the fuck out of here. We straight. We went to Church's Chicken, got like napkins and shit, patched our little bruises up. Went to our grandma's little garage, built the bike because the handlebars are fucked up. We built the bike back up, went home like nothing happened. I told my mom about that shit like 10 years later.
Innovative children.
No, that was terrible. I could have been up.
Exactly. You turned that shit on its head.
No, I was just more scared of my mom than
a car accident. I had the same little situation.
We all were raised with black moms, am I right? Nigga, my mom could say my middle name right now. On the phone, and I'm like,
damn. I probably wouldn't even got in trouble though, bro. That's the fucked up thing. I was just like, I know I shouldn't have went and got that headband.
I know I told my mom.
That's the only
how'd you explain the headband though, like once she saw you with it?
Nah, cause I like at the time I probably had like 10 of them.
Okay.
Like that was my thing. Like that was everybody's thing. You feel me?
All like that,
you feel me? So it was like I needed a brand new red one. It was just like I needed cause she washed it. And it kind of got like, you know, I didn't want to wear that shit in the game. It was a game, you know, so I had to go get it.
Crisp, clean.
It was only like $8 at the time. We bought a little bands and all that. We was straight.
Bro, me and my niggas were terrible because we would just go to like Walmart or some shit, and we steal the sleeves out
Oh,
of
yeah.
there. And the
Come on
handbag.
now.
Okay, yeah.
See,
no,
I know. I was doing
Shout out to Walmart, though.
The
Yeah,
shit
but
I was
Walmart,
doing.
they only had the NBA girls.
Yeah, and that's the shit that I did.
Yeah, I fuck with it though, because it was like early in the game.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But early in the game, like niggas didn't went from like the Nike ones, but it got to a point where it was like my mom, or I moved to a certain place where I didn't have access to like the stuff I used to have access to in Pasadena.
yeah.
So it was like, as far as like the stores, like I didn't know where to go get it. So I used to cut up a tube sock, write my name on that motherfucking all that. I have my number on the bottom, Adria or whatever, you feel me, rocking, and then whatever team I play for and go for 40.
I would give my sister's t-shirts, her long sleeves, because she was a little skinny. Put that bitch on, bro. Like, easy, nigga. Was it cut that bitch
I was
off?
playing games naked. I was the gangster.
No
I didn't have to
gloves,
wear
no
no,
gloves,
no,
yeah,
hey, Mr. No Glove,
Hey,
no
bro.
love. I was out there booming on niggas,
Hey,
trying to
look.
make it make sense.
Look, I'll tell my fiance, because
Hey.
me and my wife watched the football game, bro, and she was like, because I told her I played at Western Michigan, she was like, do people really do that? And it was a defensive back with
Nothing.
no socks,
No socks,
no
no
gloves,
gloves.
no sleeves.
Yeah,
And
no,
he had like
no visor,
mouthpiece
no
or nothing.
nothing. Out
She was
there
like,
just
"Do they do
helmet.
that?" And I was like,
cage
that nigga right there
It's a gorilla.
he's the most
I ain't gonna
dangerous
lie.
person.
That's the
he's
dude.
the walking bird. He's the walking epitome of a black Air Force One.
That's the
God.
that's
Throw a
the
flag when he gets on the field.
let my little brother see that he'll put all his money on him. My little brother be like, I fuck with him.
That's what I said though. Look, I told
bro,
you,
see some shit like that,
it
and
was
I'm
like
like, you the one.
it was like a
me.
Thursday night football game. I was like, we'll watch this because of him.
Yeah,
Let's
oh
see how many
God.
let's see how many plays he's involved in. Dude, I was like, if I was a ref, because he was hit thumping niggas, bro. He was a safety. I was like, if I was a ref and I saw a nigga like that come on the field after watching film, I'm throwing a flag just because, just so he knows, like, hey, this is your warning.
Hey, just how I always used to
No
say.
sleeves. This is your fucking warning. You do one thing, you're out.
I used to say as a little nigga, like, man, the most terrifying thing on a basketball court or a football field is a 6'6" black nigga with dreads. Like when
I
I
really
say,
didn't see that.
like
many
no,
back in the day.
that's what I'm saying. It's just like in person.
I give plenty of them buckets.
But no, that's like on perception. That was my perception type thing. Like, think about it.
Childish.
Think
Look at
back right
the
now.
athlete in him.
Everybody that got dreads that you played against was a dog.
No.
He was a dog.
Not true. I
He
know
was a
people
dog.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, look,
What's his
not
name?
true.
Shout out Brandon Cox. You feel me? Blood was black as shit. You
You
feel
talking
me?
about the quarterback from HS?
Yeah.
Are you talking about in football or basketball?
I'm talking
In
not basketball.
I know.
I know
football,
he
you
was a
were talking
dog.
about- I'm not talking
No,
about
dread,
basketball.
your hair don't have nothing to do with it. If you a dog, you're a dog. But I know
Which means Slam when he had dreads, you feel me? He
Slam.
was like a little dog in himself. I'm like, who is this little
Slam been a dog
5 foot
since fifth
monster?
grade, though. That's what I'm saying.
He got dreads though when I met him.
Mind you,
though.
look, Slam been that height since 5th grade.
You gotta understand my first time.
Imagine that. So imagine when I first met this nigga, I was calling him T-Mac because he taller than me. Elementary school, we called Slam T-Mac. He could dunk on our elementary school courts.
Elementary, nigga.
6th grade, he was dunking on the courts at the school, bro. Mind you, I was trying to tap, you know?
Yeah, like just slap
He
back.
never grew, and I grew a little bit. And now they call me taller. And I'll be like, y'all don't know his game is still like all the
He
post
literally
up shit.
refined his game this
No,
his
he did
entire
not.
life.
Yeah, like he. Hold on, what does reframe mean?
Refined?
Oh no, I thought you said some other shit. Yeah, that
No,
makes
no,
sense.
refined. Yeah, I mean, like he just been like if he.
No, it's been the
6'6",
same nigga. But
yeah.
imagine when we was kids, he was the high flyer, like T-Mac.
Yeah.
He would dunk on people. He would. Now he has the same game. Like he would still go up, like he's about to dunk on somebody, but he's 5'9", 5'8".
Yeah, oh
like,
God.
but he's not gonna get up there, and he knows it. But that's just his game. Like post up, hit niggas with all like. and he nice at it.
post player, nigga. Like
No, real shit. He really put
OP.
niggas in the post, bro.
OP, that's crazy, bro.
Real shit, Slam Tucker. That's the. But like I said, as far as hoop, bro, it's like. I feel like if it's 12 niggas on the court, it's 2 dogs on that team.
One of them got
No,
dreads.
not 12 niggas on the court. 12 niggas on the team is 2 dogs on that team. That's what I'm trying to say.
Every nigga in the league with dreads is a dog.
Not true.
Jay
He's
Crowder.
a dog catcher. A dog catcher.
Dog.
Woo,
My
woo.
treads a little spicy. What?
Who else?
Say
Who
what I
else?
said, bro.
You
see, heard me?
No, he
Hey.
like he nice, but I'm not like, bro. I don't know what type of dog wears.
What's his name? Sherman Williams. What's bro's name? I don't know his name.
Talk to
Football.
me.
Y'all not
Talk
see
to me.
what
Talk to
color?
me.
I'm trying to get the. It's not a sky blue. It's like a passion. I want to say like a passion blue. Iverson with fur coming out the bitches, and they had drapes and chandeliers on the shoe, man. Y'all didn't see that?
I did not. I'm gonna have to. Hey, I'll put the clip in right
Hey,
here.
no.
I'm gonna look at his face.
It's gonna get put in.
I gotta
All
look
right.
at it. I gotta look at it.
I'm talking about in an NBA game.
Nah, I was.
I'm just saying. I know some dogs, and the type of dog I'ma follow is the Kobe Bean. Like he was stylish in his own way. Michael Jordan, he's stylish, but you ain't seen Mike come out and know.
Prince outfit.
Like, come on, what? Like, and I'm not saying my chick like he a good player and all, but it's like I look like the dogs that I look at, you know, it's a different type of. You gotta be a fool around
Come
dog.
from the
Like,
dog
Russell
pound?
outfit last night, Mike getting put in the pound. Russell came out looking like he was in road bounce.
The American Bandstand pants on.
Until Russell start playing good, I ain't fucking with him. You feel me? I'm fucking with him, but I'm gonna fuck with him if that makes sense. You know?
Yeah,
I'm
we
talk
gonna
my
talk that shit
until
on, yeah.
He start giving me what I need 15. What they say, 15, 7, and 7.
I thought it was boiling over my phone.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean that's what I heard. Like, I mean that's gonna be like his goal is if he can get like 15, 6, and 6.
We don't need him to do no more than that until unless he gonna run with the second unit.
He got him out of that shit.
He got I mean no start, but like stay in the game when they take them out, and then when they come back in, you go out. They need me to call. I call Frankie V, but I don't really like Frankie V either like that though.
My mom don't like in there. Question real quick: Do you equate like your confidence and like how you approach basketball like it's a job? Like when you were hooping back then, like I see you play now, like and you play with like free joy and talking good shit. Like, do you have that same? Do you like equate basketball to rap?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like it's the closest thing to it. You know, it's like of course growing up, everybody want to be the guy. Everybody want to be that Allen Iverson or whatever. And it's the same shit with rap, but. It's like I'm into music. I've always been into music, but I wasn't I wouldn't say grew up shy, but it's like I wasn't trying to do no science projects. If you get what I'm saying,
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
trying to figure out how to get the fuck out of this presentation. You feel me? So rapping in front of people, like you feel me? Rapping in front of people wasn't appealing to me. Like it was dope. Like I like music, but I never thought about writing no raps. Like, but basketball, I was at home. Like I'm gonna talk shit. It was just easy to do that. And when I say that basketball was a job, I feel like because after high school I didn't play. Like I got, for the first time in my life, I got used to not hooping. So it was like fuck it, you know. And then when I came back, I had not a goal, but it was like a mission. Like I wanted to go to college for my mom type shit. Like I need to do something. I've been home for 2 years.
Yep.
She asking me all these questions and shit. Like shit, what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go hoop. So that's when I feel like it became a job, when I felt like I didn't give a fuck if I was the best player on my team. I wanted to be like good. I wanted to score the ball, but I didn't put in the work like I know how, or I didn't dedicate myself to back. Like I couldn't practice high and still shoot the fuck out the ball, but it was like that still wasn't like I knew what it took to be or what it takes to be good at basketball, and I knew that I was just there, you know.
For sure.
And with music, it's the same shit. Like I've been rapping for a couple years now, like as far probably like 4, you know, and it's like my first couple years, like my first probably 5 then, because before that I came out here I was rapping, but it's like the first 3 years I didn't give a fuck. It was like I'm gonna put out music, I'm gonna try to be consistent, I'm gonna drop a video every now and then, but it's like it took like one of my friends, you feel me, to tell me like you talented, bro, but you don't know how to work. You know, it's like you're not consistent enough, and that took me back to basketball. It was like, damn, I remember where I was locked in, waking up, dribbling the ball, dribbling to school, running the track during lunch and shit, like trying to be like the Kobe. You feel me?
Trying to be great.
Yeah. And it was like once I started applying that shit to my music, it's been easier. Like I've been more consistent. More people have been like saying I'm consistent. I feel like that's a big compliment for me, because it's like I ain't really been consistent in much, but rap since basketball. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like for somebody to say something like that, it's like, yeah, you know, I'm falling back in love with putting in that work. You know, and it's like I don't really care about all the other shit. I'm just trying to really just stay dedicated to that. You know.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it's the same as basketball for me, like the same exact thing.
Taking it with that like notion,
Beat
that
it.
idea.
Go somewhere.
Yeah, man, come on now.
Jump.
Taking it with that notion though, it's kind of like I did like a deep dive on your Instagram, and you could see where it was just like pictures, or like you could see the gap where it was like you felt like you really weren't doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a knock, 'cause you just brought it. So,
Right.
but now you can see it's like you're posting more, you're in more songs, like you're in videos, you're like, if you're not like in the song, you're in the video, you're promoting other people, you are doing what you talked about earlier in the episode, is you're, and I call it ladder holding. You built your ladder up, so you built your ladder with confidence, like you know where you are, you know where you need to be.
Mm-hmm.
But it's easy for you now to be able to hop off of your ladder that's already sturdy enough and go hold somebody else's while they build their shit up.
Right.
While you know your cousin's building confidence, while other artists that you know are building confidence. And it's a beautiful thing, especially like when you bring up music and like how you saw like the lack of growth in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody kind of checked you and was like, bro, like what's going on, and you instantly knew where you needed to be.
Right.
So I think that is one of the most like mental, like that's where like mental health comes into play.
Right.
When we talk about things, I think that is where being great and being good at something differentiate. And then also we're being excellent at things like Kobe Bryant, like Mike, like LeBron, like when
Like
you think,
tying your shoe.
bro, like when you can do things up here that people don't know about, like that people take for granted. Like when you walk out of your house and like when you rap or you perform, people probably take that for granted, but they don't know like, bro, it's been countless hours rapping on the porch, nigga, to myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's been countless hours in the mirror, nigga,
Like
talking
the
to
challenge
myself.
y'all
Bro.
seen, I probably took 10 times trying to make that
Bro.
one take. Like
Trying to
people
make this
probably
shit
make
perfect
it
for
look
y'all.
like, yeah, and it's like it. I mean, even with doing shit like that, bro, it's like I feel like a lot of people in the beginning would tell me stuff that, like I said, I'm not a stupid person. I'm stubborn. You know, I'm very stubborn, but I'm not stupid. Like when people tell me stuff that I need to do, I might act like I don't hear you or I'm not gonna do it, but I'm gonna get around to it. You feel me? When I feel like it's time for me to do it, you know. But I'm gonna listen. You feel me? I'm gonna listen to everything you say, and it's like my big brother. He tell me a lot of shit that I need to do. Like, bro, you need to stop being like this and work with people. And I'm like, fuck them niggas, bro. Initially, because that's just big bro talk. Like, I don't want to hear that. But it's like, look, a year later, I'm working with a lot of people. You feel me? Or you need to start telling people about yourself or being on Instagram. And I'm like, bro, I don't want people in my business. But now look at me. I'm doing a chiller once a week. You feel me? And
Bro,
it's like,
it's popping.
and it's like, I just, when people tell me shit, it's like, I just gotta get to it on my time, but I'm listening, you know? And it's like, a lot of people don't see the shit that we gotta go through on a daily basis to make a trailer, you feel me, or something like, or me, I don't know what other people go through. I mean, but that's a gift that I feel like I have. Like, you don't know if I got $1 million or zero, you know, I'm still be the same person. I'ma still come through and give you what I have, which is what my mom and my grandmother raised and my father gave me. It's like just me, bro. And it's like it's a lot of shit that I know that I need to keep doing, but the shit that I've done, I'm proud of. And like the shit that I've been preaching around, like my homies and shit lately, it's like, bro, we're living the dream. Like the fact that I'm here and I'm able to create, bro. The money and shit gonna come, bro, but we just gotta stay in the game.
Yeah.
You can't take yourself out the game doing some stupid shit based on you wanna, you feel me? It's
I like
like,
it. Yes, sir.
as
That's
long as
definitely
we
it.
doing what we doing, bro, something gonna happen.
And that is a factor of with work comes process. With work comes progress.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Struggle, process, progress. You're going through things. Like eventually, with all the work that I'm doing, that stage is going to get big.
Right.
Eventually.
And
I think that with that comes that mental lock-in where you're able to be like, all right, this song didn't work, this one didn't work. All right, that bar didn't sound good. All right, maybe I need to tweak this. All right. But once you finally found it, no one can knock you off your pivot. You know what I'm saying? It's like being in the fucking zone when you playing basketball, bro. It's like that bucket gets like the size of the ocean. Bro, you become a creative character. And I think, yeah, I think that's like the progress that you're in, and I think on camera I tell people all the time I want to be able to give flowers where they're granted. This platform is available for you because like I genuinely like you as a person. I genuinely like your music. So the conversation is based up, it's easy to happen, and it's something that I think more people in my realm need to hear, because they look at people like us, and if they they would see surface level shit.
What's up, man? I'm gone.
Yeah, they would see us at surface level. So that's why when I go to golf courses, I make sure my girl has my hair locked. I'm wearing a hoodie. I got my Jordans on. I got shorts on. Like, I'm smoking weed out there. I'm very myself every time I go out there, because it's like you said, when I first got to country clubs, when I was getting invited by these country clubs that saw videos, I was scared as shit. I didn't know.
Probably dressed weird, all type of crazy.
Bro, corny as shit.
Yeah.
I got a picture on my Instagram, bro. I look like a fucking cornball like this.
But it's like, I mean,
like, but now I've gotten in my zone. Like, they listen to my podcast. They're gonna listen to this. Like,
shout out to them.
Yeah, these companies for sure. Shout out to Wildwood. Shout out to Puffington's, Trap Golf, Roger Steele, Group Golf Therapy, all the homies over there.
As long as you doing what you want to do, you winning.
Bro, and I think that's the biggest message about like kind of what we're getting across, and kind of what this message about this podcast is like. This is the creative revolutionary time for people like us.
Yeah.
Our voices need to be heard. People right now they are searching. They're in search of, and they want to know more stories about authentic ass people who have things going for them, that they can put money behind it, that they can put sponsorships behind.
Right.
So continue to lock in, bro. Like, understand like that this shit. I know that you are, but that shit is a fucking grind. Coronavirus kind of slowed up a lot of shit, but for musicians, I feel like you guys got way more creative with the shit that you're doing.
Man,
it's elevated,
bro,
you guys.
like that's what, 2 years ago. That's when I was like, what the fuck else? Like, 'cause
what else do
honestly, like I said, the 3 years prior, it was like it was other focuses. It was like, okay, I need to go get some money, or I need to go out with the homies, or where the hell was that? Like, you feel me? So it was like when that was my focus, and it took like one of my boys who I was living with. He was like, nigga, you got a studio upstairs. You know, he was like, you rap every other day, but he was like, if you really wanted it, you would have been in here 6 months, you would have had 6 tapes. He was like, you been here 6 months, you got 3 tapes. He was like, how bad you want it? You want 6 or you want 3? And then when he was talking to me like that, it was like, and then Corona hit. You feel me? And it was like, damn, I can't go out. And he right. It makes sense. And it's like, it was just the perfect time shit started happening. Most of the people that I wanted to work with, they probably slowed down a little bit as far as the passion shit that they was on to give me, like, okay, I see you working, let's do it now. I got nothing but time. Yeah. And then it's just like, I definitely benefited from the Corona, and just being able to lock in with people over that time. And now that it's opening back up, like the work that I've been putting in for the past 2 years, it's starting to, like, you feel me, we got shows, and we starting to meet people from out of state that want to, shit, if it's just take pictures, like stuff like that, like that's what I'm into. It's like, it's starting to pick up, and as long as I can keep adding on to what I already been working on and bring it back to what, like, my home, shit, it's all good with me.
Yes, sir. And that's the, I think we can kind of wrap it up there, because that's the biggest thing. And what I will do right now is, like I said, I did a deep dive in IG. I liked every picture, but I liked everything that I saw. I liked the growth. I liked the path. So we give both you guys this. No, you're on. All right, cool. So this is you. I want you to give me a minute just talking to the camera, telling the camera about like what you got going on right now musically, what you have like projects in the works, projects, whatever you got going on, and then give them a quote that you live by.
I got you.
Oh, yeah.
What's up? It's Stone. Upcoming music and stuff I got going on. I signed up for this, the tape dropping. Soon we getting it mixed and mastered. Me and my guys from Kels to JoJo, Bird, you know, Blaze, Snake. Bullet, all my homies that I rap with, we got a tape that, like, all the songs that we just been making over the time, we gonna put it on a little raw volume tape. 2 tape, excuse me, that's what I'm gonna do. Right now, me and Barry Bands got a tape out from Dago to the 6. Me and Barry performing on Saturday. You know, got another little show, stuff like that. And yeah, shout out my boy Raymond. You know, we got some stuff in the works with his little Unfadable clothing. You know, he's gonna probably be helping me out with some stuff like that and getting the merch from becoming bullshit basic merch to an actual clothing line. That's something that I'm trying to get in order right now. And yeah, man, just be on the lookout for all that stuff. It's on the way for sure.
And give me that quote that you live by.
Quote that I live by is from the great Andrea, which is my mama. She always told me, son, never settle, you know? And it's simple, but that shit is true, and that's what I live by. It's like, I'm never gonna settle for the stuff that she settled for or what the people before me settled for. I'm gonna do more for mines, and yeah, just never settle. That's my quote.
Yeah.
Now, are you sure you want one, Q?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I thought you was gonna ask for a little IG shout out. I was gonna say, yeah, I ain't as popping on the I'm a Snapchat. I'm live.
You can tell people
I'm live
and do all that
thrive.
I'm gonna have it
inside the
chat,
snap. You feel me?
As we talking, but you can also tell people like where you at and all that shit if you want. You don't gotta tell nobody real shit. And all that.
Yeah. I ain't an Instagram.
So you can let niggas know like where to find you at right now. But I'm gonna have it all on the video.
Do your shit first. I'm about to text this.
Yeah. Well, right now, anything. June.
Yeah, I'm a little dirty.
Right now, like I said earlier, I'm a painter, / renovation / anything that you need done.
Handyman.
Yeah.
Q the builder.
Q, Bob ain't got nothing on Q. You feel me? Q, I came a little. I'm our version of Bob the Builder. So anything that needs to get done, holla at me. If you know my buddies, you can go through any of them or contact me directly if you do know me listening through this podcast. And my life quote is a motherfucker. Life ain't fair, and what is fair ain't even.
That's some good shit, honestly, bro.
My dad used to tell me that shit. I used to ask him for shit. He would say no, or he'll say maybe. He'll never say, my dad never said no.
Maybe.
He will always say either yes or maybe, never no. And then I'll bank on the maybe being a yeah, you feel me? And then it end up being a no. I'll be like, well, that ain't fair. He'd be like, that's life. I'll be like, well, life ain't fair. And then some other shit happened. Now think about something that is fair. It ain't necessarily even. You feel me? Like, one nigga's plate might look heavier than the other, but it's a fair plate.
They both eat.
Yeah. So it's like, it is what beggars can't be choosers. That's the second one. So I'll shoot that in your face every day.
He had to be Q and you too. He had to be Q. He had to.
Q2, Mewtwo.
All right, now give me your tell the people you and your music.
Oh yeah, you can find me on IG at Stoney Paycheck. I got music on Apple Music, all the really streaming platforms, YouTube. That's where I be dropping the majority of my new shit, YouTube, because that's where I like dropping the videos first, and then the songs that come later. But yeah, Stoney Paycheck on IG. That's basically it, my boy. Appreciate you, dog.
Yeah, man, I really do appreciate you taking the time out to talk to me.
Yeah, this was fun as hell. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
We're trying to make it fun over here, bro. I'm trying to make it like. Usually, what I try to do is get niggas to come to the golf course.
Come get an interview by my boy and talk about these good old topics and spread love and happiness and show love to the golf community, man. They embrace my guy, man. We see it from far. We appreciate y'all. Y'all helping us expand our shit, And as long as y'all inviting, we willing to come and we gonna show up and be ourselves and we good, man.
Yeah, they definitely embrace us out here, man. Like that's
as long as y'all want to lose, I got a little golf skill in me.
Whatever,
I got the socks. I got the socks for the golf. For the golf, you feel me? For the golf pants, you feel me? Like we gonna make it make sense. Bishop over here got the icy ice. I'm not gonna lie, I've been wanting to rob this motherfucker for these socks.
Bro,
for a minute now.
Stance, bro. subscriptions.
Man,
yeah, Stan's got to talk to me about some interviews.
Yeah.
No, but what we're trying to do over here, man, is just grow the golf game in every way, shape, form possible. So shout out to my sponsors for sure. Pumpkins Golf, one of the best weed companies or weed paraphernalia companies that are equated to golf out there right now. Shout out to Trap Golf, Roger Steele, Group Golf There. Appreciate that, bro. These are all really good, like off-course type shit. But like I was saying, bro, I usually try to get people who are on the show to actually come play around the golf. But I stopped that shit because I really don't care about it anymore. I just want to kick it with the homies.
Hey,
we're trying to get some shit going.
Like, doing a bunch of drives or mini golf, little putt. We can do that.
I'm gonna try to get the homies out at least to the range and shit like that because it don't
go out there. Let's make it make sense. If it
Let's make it make. I'm gonna definitely try to work some shit out.
If it can make sense.
All right, man. Well, that is the episode today, bro. We could be talking to the homies all damn day, man. But we got some shit to do. But I am the Playa Potna host of Motion Country Cuzzin Sir WinnieDahBish, man. That is my homie Q. It's the homeboy Stone Cold, man. I appreciate you all for tuning in. You could have been anywhere in the world and decided to rock out with the podcast. That shit makes me feel good. Have a good one. Make sure you tell somebody that you love them. Peace.
Deuces.